Here at Telethon Kids we were interested in conducting a study looking at the developmental outcomes of children of incarcerated parents because these children are quite a hidden population. There are currently no standard procedures for identifying which prisoners are parents and where their children are living, who's supporting them and what their needs may be. So this was one of the first studies of its kind to be able to identify children of incarcerated parents using administrative data from the Department of Corrective Services. And we investigated the developmental outcomes of these children using the Australian Early Development Census. We found that children whose parents end up in prison, as opposed to children whose parents are convicted and serve community orders, are more likely to experience developmental vulnerabilities in their social, emotional, cognitive, physical and language development. And all of these things are really important for preparing children for a smooth transition into school. If they start school not ready to learn, then they're more likely to struggle as they progress through school. Even when we compare these children to other children from similar backgrounds, we still find that children of parents in prison are more likely to be developmentally vulnerable. And that's significant because it highlights that we need better support for this hidden population. We also found that it didn't matter which gender of parent had been imprisoned. Children with either a mother or a father who'd been in prison were equally likely to have difficulties with their development. Our research shows that there's a real need for multi-agency support for these children. It's not just up to one agency to find a solution. Although these findings may not be particularly surprising, until we understand the scale of a problem, it's difficult to know how best to address it. So using these data to identify these children of incarcerated parents is an important first step to identifying how best to support these children and their families with the goal of improving their outcomes long term.